Welcome back to It Resolves, where we play a new deck every single day. Today's deck is Rakdos Artifacts. What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. As you may not know, I don't know, hopefully if you know, we had our collection update series go out on Thursday this past week. Unfortunately, I was having some network errors throughout the week, and so I wasn't actually able to record, but I had already gotten that video done, so I went ahead and posted it there. If you want to go check that out, I do encourage you to do so. We tried something new this time, really tried to push it, and I think the video turned out pretty good. There is one error in that video, which I think is funny, but it's all good. Everything else is fine. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please feel free to watch it, collect along with me, and we can enjoy that together. As far as today goes, we are taking a closer look at the deck that we practiced on MTG and Chill yesterday. So this is Rakdos Artifacts. This is built on Oni Cult Anvil. This is built by Can't Be Countered. I have linked him down below. Go check out the channel. Really awesome, really good videos, so I encourage you, please go check them out. But let's talk about the deck. So this is historic, as you probably noticed. We're jumping out a standard for today. And truthfully, I played the Azorius Affinity list a couple weeks back. Really enjoyed it. This has some similar components. Obviously, as a whole, the deck is vastly different. It's looking to do different things. It's not an affinity deck. However, it does feature a lot of really powerful cards. So funny enough, the Retrofitter Foundry is one of those cards that spans both decks, and for good reason. It's a really powerful card, easy turn one play. You can build off of it throughout the course of a game. Use it to get a 4/4 down as early as turn 2, technically turn 1, and then start really pushing through that damage as fast as possible. What this deck is looking to do, by the way, is push through some of that initial damage and then ping its way to a win using things like Reckless Fireweaver and then, of course, the Anvil itself. So as soon as you're playing more and more artifacts, hopefully you're pinging down the opponent, and in some cases gaining some life back, and then that'll allow you to kind of finish off the game. We do have a lot of kind of, not self-sacrifice, but some self-sacrifice in the way of Deadly Dispute, and then of course the Synthesizer, both of which are really prime culprits. The Synthesizer is a great kind of early game play. If you need an extra card, throw it down, but it's really a sacrifice target, right? Like, we want to Deadly Dispute it, we want to use it as the Anvil target, we want to get rid of it, get an extra card that we can play that turn, but then also get some kind of value out of it. So there is a lot of little pieces of synergy here. I'll say one of the really nice kind of protectant spells. I don't know the best way to phrase that. Hangerback Walker. Surprising here, not surprising that it's in the deck, but surprising that it's a protection kind of piece. What this does is allow you to throw a creature down that if the opponent sweeps, if they deal with it, whatever, they're probably going to take damage thanks to things like the Anvil or whatever. But more importantly, we're still going to have creatures on the field, and double important, they are Thopters, which means we can use them to create 4/4s with our Foundry, which is actually perfect, right? Like, we throw this down after we've already committed a little bit to the board, and that gives us that layer of protection that even if they sweep, even if they get rid of everything, this will solve the problem and hopefully be able to finish the game. We do have some interesting ones. Yodia Declares War, kind of an interesting card. This allows us a little bit of burn potential, but again, that level 3 allowing us to push through that damage. That level 1 actually gives us access again to the Foundry to sacrifice a Thopter, which is just awesome. And then Goblin Engineer. This is, I feel, a bit of an underwhelming card in the deck. It's a very good deck, or a very good card for the deck, don't get me wrong. But because we are like generating a lot of value over the course of a couple turns, the Engineer is really just that piece. If you're missing an Anvil, you can go get it. If you need a Foundry or a Walker, whatever you might need, this gives you the opportunity to get it, which feels good, don't get me wrong. But in a deck where it's a lot of synergistic pieces and it's not just like one big artifact bomb, it's okay, it's not great, you know what I mean? It is a good card though. Obviously it gives you that toolbox effects, which you want for a deck like this if you are missing some of these important pieces. Some really important things in the lands really quick. We do of course have the Abandoned Mire and the Crucible, but we also have Den of the Bugbear and Hive of the Eye Tyrant as manland opportunities to really push through even more damage as we need to, and then of course get a couple of extra little effects there. So All that to say, again, Can't Be Countered did a great job. If you missed the practice session for MTG and Chill, go check that out as well. But we're going to jump right in, guys. Hopefully have a couple games, hopefully get some wins. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. I took the jacket off. I was getting hot. This is absolutely the perfect turn 1. We will absolutely keep this. Some important things to note here. It's really crucial to drop the Foundry and then the Ornithopter. It's very easy for the opponent to potentially deal with the Ornithopter before this falls down onto the field. Now, obviously, we are against mono-white life gain, so chances are that will not be the case. My hope is that they don't know what the Foundry does and they attack it. That's not unheard of. That is a bit of a problem. We do have ways to solve that problem, but we need to get them quickly. And unfortunately, right now, we don't really have them. So let's go ahead and do this. Like I said, this is the best kind of early gameplay that we can have. And there is another interesting card. First things first, let's make sure we are attacking in. I don't anticipate them blocking, but they very easily could. It looks like they won't. Excellent. All right, now we can deal with this if we would like. It's a bit tricky, actually. I think we pass for now because we can do this at instant speed. But this is gonna be an interesting little play here. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that will prompt a response. So let's do this. And unfortunately, I think we do sacrifice the 4/4 here. That Foundry is really important for us. We do need to keep that around. But we have gotten them below that 20 mark, which is a really important mark to hit, especially with things like Speaker of the Heavens here. So now the idea is to hopefully use this, create some servos, get the anvil down a little bit here, and hopefully we can move forward with some of those game plans. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and play this. We can go ahead and play that synthesizer, and then we actually can just go ahead and activate this as well. Unfortunately, we do lose the cards that we would get off of this, of course, but I think this is okay. Truthfully, that Ajani's Pridemate is just a card that we cannot allow to stick around on the field, and so as much as it sucks to trade a 4/4 for a 3/3, truthfully, the importance of that card is very, very massive. So for us, it's important to have that Foundry around so we can continue our game plan. Otherwise, we're a little bit stuck. So they don't really have a great attack here. I mean, they certainly could and use the Alciad of Life's Bounty to maybe protect something, but that's about it. They don't really have a great play. And what's nice here is with the Foundry, we can use it, create a servo, and then use the anvil to solve that problem. So we'll see how things go. I think we do block here. And it looks like they're just gonna trade it off. That's fine. I'd rather them get the benefit from creatures leaving the battlefield, I think. Ooh, that was a really good play. Oh, that feels so good. All right, sick. Let's go ahead and anvil number 2. And this is where we really start to see the deck pop off. Once you've got 2 anvils, you really are doing quite a bit of solid work here. So we get to do this. This is going to drain for 2, create 2 1/1s, and now all of a sudden each anvil is actually producing more and more availability here. So I'm going to pass. Yes, they get these attacks in here, and that's kind of fine, but we are managing that life total loss fairly well. That's a little scary, but again, we did swap out here, so now basically anytime a creature dies on their side, they're going to get a life gain trigger. That's kind of okay. I'd rather that than the other way around. All right. Ooh, Hangerback Walker's pretty good too. Okay, so we do have a couple of options here for sure. We can also untap this if we so choose. So there's a lot of opportunity here. Let's actually, hold on. Let's do this the smart way first. I will attack in, anticipating them probably not blocking, but they might. They can also just throw a little creature token out here, and that's fine too. I just kind of want to see how they block, to be honest. Yeah. They are not going to block. Fascinating. Okay, let's make sure we go ahead and use one of these to get a couple extra tokens. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna go X2 on this. That might be a bit of an odd call, but I think this is actually fine. We can now create Thopters at any given points here if we so choose. Now that is a problem card. I don't know if we'll be able to fight through that, to be honest. We kind of are hitting a bit of a lull where we just don't have a whole lot going on. But I'm hopeful, we'll say. All right. Let's see what the opponent is looking to do. Grab a free card. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. Okay, well. So they probably just win, right? Like, there's not a lot we can do. I guess we'll go ahead and do this so we can block. Let's go into full control here. We're gonna sacrifice this so they don't gain life. Yep, and we trade that off. Okay. That was a bit of a sketch play, but it kind of worked out. This is now the problem, right? Like, I don't know that we can deal with that. Let's see, what's the best option? Don't know. So they don't have any mana, which is really important for us here. But they do have a lifelink here, so they can gain some life, throw a counter around as they see fit. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Whoops. Let's do this first. Get a couple tokens. I think we will just kind of gain a little bit of cards, or pull a few cards off the top here. Let's go ahead and kill this. Wait, is that the right one? I think it's the right one. Go ahead and get that off the field. We'll play the swamp. We'll play this. Yep. Definitely will take this. I think it's just another anvil. So unfortunately now though, they are going to be able to give lifelink to whatever they want, and they should be able to kind of combo off here. So this will, chances are this is a game loss for us. This has been a really good game actually though. Without that Heliod, I think we would have been okay. They really didn't have a ton going on, but that Heliod, it just goes to show you guys how powerful that card is. It's such a powerhouse, in the life gain deck specifically, of course. Worth noting, there is well, no, they would have had more than enough to just keep it on the field, I suppose. But my thought process to get the Hawk off the field here was that we don't have a flyer, and they obviously did, so they had a continuous way of getting in for a lot of damage. They did not attack. That's interesting. Okay, sick. Interesting. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna bring you back. I think I just sack a treasure token here. I wish we had the Fire Weaver. That would be really good right now. Okay. Let's do this. Right, like we can basically just kind of keep going off with these. Let's do this. So we basically just replaced that one, but we also drain for a good bit now. We will decline. I'm still not sure what the play is, right? Like, they've got a pretty substantial board here. We can't necessarily just attack in with that Heliod. Although, let's force the issue. Let's force the issue. If they decide they want to block, that's fine, because now So they only have to do this to keep this on the field, which is fine, but we do get something off the field here. Yes, they kill our 4/4. Yes, that sucks. But this has lifelink. That's so good. So good. This is just going to be an infinitely powerful creature is the idea here. Nah, let's wait on that. All right. We will see. We will see. I really, the Fire Weaver would help so much here because at the very least we'd be able to, excuse me, push through a little bit of extra damage with each of these like new creatures that hits the battlefield. Yep. We want to keep the servo around because of the foundry, just as a heads up. That's more important, but they are going to gain so much life off of this. This actually opens up the speaker play as well. So at this point, chances are there's not a lot we can do. We will do this, I suppose, to keep them from activating speaker. Yeah. So we sack one of these, and that just means they can't actually do too much, which is kind of nice. All right, but, oh, well, there's the Fire Weaver. Ask and you shall receive, kind of. Let's do this. All right. I mean, we're still not likely to win, but we are going to at least put up a fight here. But they just gain so much off of this, it's really going to be near impossible for us to truly get there. But like I said, we do make some strides here at the very least, so I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and do this. Actually... yeah, so we just wait on that. We can block and then sacrifice at instant speed. All right. Again, not feeling great. But the situation that this sets up is quite nice. So we'll see what we can do. I guess we can just prevent their life gain, can't we? With the Oni Cult Anvil. I might be missing some things here, so we're gonna do the best we can to not do that. But this is gonna be a bit tricky. Yep. Vigilance, that's fine. Let's make sure we're in full control mode. Yep, this is fine. All right, so we block here and we block here. And then we mitigate all of the damage. Yeah. They don't have tramples, so this does technically work. Right? Theoretically? This is a little bit tricksy. So I'm learning as I go here, guys, obviously, but if I'm not mistaken, that means neither of these deal damage, which just means they're not gaining any life. Yeah. Sick. Okay, we did it. We found the line, everybody. We found the line. All right. Let's see what we have in the graveyard. I'm wondering if it's just the synthesizer, right? Like, it gives us a target here. Yeah, let's do that. We'll sacrifice this, that's fine. Ornithopter might have also been the play just to have the blocker, to be honest, but... This has been a nail-biter game, man. This is taking the whole time. We may only get one game in. I'm glad we had practice rounds yesterday at the very least, just to see what a crazy game this has turned out to be. Regardless of who wins, I'm very, very, very content with this one. All right, we get a land. That's a little unexciting, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and sack this. Just to see what else we draw at this point. Okay. That could help solve our problem, right? Let's see. Hold on. Let's make sure we have a Thopter. We don't currently. We can just play this and get a Thopter, which is not a bad idea. I think that might just be the play. Yep. Again, it just allows us to pull the same trick twice, essentially. What a crazy game this has been. All right, so then we need to save this, and we need to save one of these. So I think we just pass. Yeah, I mean... that's fine. That doesn't really matter. Although, no, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the color of their choice. So to be clear, they don't have a color. These blockers don't have a color. So like, there's not really a lot they can do. That's also fine. Yeah. Just gonna do the same thing again. Let's make sure we're in full control. Man, what a game this has been. Oh, this also has flying now. Oh no, I did not think about that. That was very, very solid on the opponent's end. Okay. Let's do this. I think we could have maybe made something happen, but that's okay. Let's do this. Okay. All right, so they're gonna gain 3, but that's not the end of the world. Okay. What a strange game. Okay, let's tap 3 of these. Since they don't have mana, they can't actually do too much about this. So we're gonna tap 3. We're gonna blow this up. We're gonna do this. Whew, this is like, I'm really thinking here, guys. Let's do this. Ooh, man, what a game. Okay. What artifacts do we have in the graveyard? I will Ornithopter because we technically do need like another flyer. But okay, that's all we can do, right? Because we need to be able to sacrifice at least one of these, probably both. All right. No attacks in the turn. All right. This is such a good game. Oh my goodness. All right. Yep. If we somehow pull out a win, guys, I'm gonna be so stoked. All right, let's see. All right, this could be a game ender. Yeah, okay, Soul Warden really does change the game because now they're gaining life for every creature that enters the battlefield, and we're only dealing 1 for each. So that probably seals the deal, especially with that shield counter on it. I don't know that there's a lot we will be able to do here. Yeah, I think this is pretty much sealing the deal. Let's sacrifice the token, I suppose. And again, going into full control. But see, now they gain a life from this, so while they aren't dealing damage still, we are going to lose out a little bit on how this works. So yeah, they get to... Ugh. Not sure we can do this. I guess technically we're still netting more. I don't think that matters to untap it. Okay. That does help. Man, what a crazy back and forth. Okay, I really don't think it matters. Yeah. All right. I wish we could just hit a player. That would be so helpful. All right, so how many does this have? Just 1? I think we take the easy kill on this for now. Okay. So this, man. Yes, I know. That's fine. Oh, okay. So we get 3 creatures. They gain 3 life, but we deal 3 per because of 2 Reckless Fireweavers. Oh, and then just that. So 2 per creature. They gained... What a... Man. This is confusing as heck. So we're netting 4? Do we... Okay. Wait a second. So we can do this. Grab this. Sacrifice you. This is an artifact that is not a creature, so it does not trigger. Man, okay. I wish we could have. Okay. I don't know if we can win or not. This is so weird. Sorry, guys. I'm like overthinking like mad right now. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can do it for 2. I think we might be able to do it. Maybe. This is all fine. We're still netting more, right? Like they were at 5. This deals 1, essentially. So each of these equals 1. I don't know, guys. We're just going for it. I'm not mathing this properly. I really should be, but I don't feel like it. You know? What a game. And then just do this. Does it work? I think we did it on the dot, guys. Did we do it? I have never thought so hard in my life. Yes! Oh my god! What a crazy game! And we ranked up! Guys, I know we only got 1 game in. I won't mark this as undefeated because it was only 1, but my goodness, was that an exciting game. All right, let's wrap this up. Guys, if you watched that game, you understand how awesome that was. That was incredible. I can't believe we managed to pull out a win against the Heliod on the field. We couldn't even get it off the field because of how many things they had. I am amazed. I don't know that we played perfectly. To be honest, we probably didn't, but we did still win the game by exactly enough damage, which is insane to me. Very, very happy with this. Guys, again, I encourage you, I know this is only 1 game. We did a full hour-long practice session with this list yesterday. It's called the MTG and Chill series. You can look at that. We did get a handful of games. I think it was 10 games in. Won the majority of them, not all of them. And this was a prime example of why this deck is so resilient and so powerful. You don't have to attack in to win the game. This really, really demonstrates how powerful of an ability that is when you're facing a very clogged up board, overpowering creatures on the opposing side. We were still able to get the wins. So, can't be countered. Thank you. That was an amazing game. I owe it all to you. That was insanely fun. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great Saturday, everybody. I'm hoping to get another gameplay video up for you tomorrow, and then we'll of course be back on the normal schedule. We should be on Monday. So just as a heads up for you guys, do expect something tomorrow. I'll do my best to get something up. I don't know if it's MTG and Chill or you know, a full gameplay video, but we'll do the best we can either way. And thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I encourage you, share this game. This was an insane game. Share the video. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you tomorrow.